Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. The NBA trade deadline is tomorrow, or it ends tomorrow. And we've had some massive trades as we get closer and closer to the end. Of course, with the unpredictable trade of Luka going to the Lakers and AD going to Dallas, to De'Aaron Fox going to San Antonio. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, San Antonio just played tonight, and De'Aaron Fox just made his debut. To a trade that happened earlier today with Kyle Kuzma going to Milwaukee in exchange for Chris Middleton. So Chris Middleton's headed to DC. That's a pretty interesting one. To now a trade that's happened an hour ago. And Miami, I'm happy to tell you that the Jimmy Butler drama is done. Y'all ain't got to worry about him no more. He's good. I know some of y'all gonna miss him, but come on, man. That man was not doing good for your franchise. Let's be honest. He was doing too much. But he's somebody else's problem now. Unfortunate to say. But Jimmy Butler has been traded to one of the destinations he wanted to go to. The Golden State Warriors. In a 4-team trade. It took 3 other teams to get this joint done. So Golden State, of course, gets Jimmy Butler. The Miami Heat get Andrew Wiggins, PJ Tucker, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick. The Utah Jazz get Dennis Schroeder. And the Detroit Pistons get Lindy Waters III and Josh Richardson. Okay, so let's just talk about each team and let's see what this does specifically to each franchise. For Detroit, nothing much really. I ain't gonna lie to you. Lindy Waters III is just probably just somebody to just take up a roster spot, to be honest. Josh Richardson still's pretty much a very solid NBA player, so maybe he can help Detroit in a way. Who knows? Utah getting Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder was only in Golden State for 3 months. Like, literally 3 months. And after that, my man shipped out the dough. I think this probably maybe benefits Utah in a way, because it adds another playmaker to them. And Dennis Schroeder is actually having a pretty solid season. It just depends on, I guess, what they want to do with their rotation. Because you have Sexton and you have Keontae George. Schroeder can play both the shooting guard and point guard position. So I guess in a way that does help their bench. So I guess, you know, maybe that's a little bit of a positive for Utah. So it probably won't push. I mean, with the addition of Schroeder, it won't push the Utah. It won't push Utah to the play-in. But hey, it'll do something. You know what I'm saying? Something could happen. For the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler is gone. And the reality is you didn't really have to give much up for him. So that's probably the biggest benefit for Miami. You didn't really have to give up much for him. You know what I'm saying? You just gave up Jimmy and Josh Richardson, really. That's it. Yeah. You got back PJ Tucker, who I believe hasn't really... I don't think he's played this season, so that's one thing. Kyle Anderson, I don't know what type of season he was having, but Kyle Anderson's a pretty solid player himself, you know, so that's just somebody who can come off the bench and maybe give you a little spark. And Andrew Wiggins, who's been up and down the last year or two. Probably after the championship, Wiggins has been kind of up and down. So for the last 2 seasons, Wiggins been here and there. I don't really know what he's been doing this season, truthfully. Haven't been watching Golden State that much. But I think Wiggins in a new surrounding, new area could do something. He's now playing with Bam and Tyler Hero. Hey, Wiggins may have a great second half to the season, which I feel good about because I've been rooting for Wiggins. I've been rooting for him. So we'll see what he does. Personally, I wanted Miami Heat to get another PG. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think they need another point guard because even though Tyler Hero's playing the PG position and he can play it, but I'd rather him at the shooting guard position, and that way you got a point guard that can dictate everything. So, you know. I mean, they do have Terry Rozier. I don't know if Terry Rozier's hurt or anything. Miami actually is playing tonight. Or did play tonight, so I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want them to get Schroeder, so that way, boom, they got Schroeder at the PG. He could start. And yeah, that team would look crazy if Schroeder was at PG. Hold on. You got Khalil Ware, you got Bam Bam has been playing the 4, while Ware has been playing the center. You have Wiggins at small forward, you got Tyler Hero at shooting. Hey, listen, Schroeder at PG wouldn't have been a bad idea. I ain't gonna lie to you. Damn, they should have found a way to finesse to get Schroeder. And actually that would not have been bad. Wow. But it is what it is, I guess. Guess they'll figure it all out. And now for Golden State. You essentially gave up 4 players, or you essentially moved 4 players to get Jimmy Butler, who I also learned that will not be exercising his player option. Instead, he will opt out of it to sign a new 2-year, $121 million extension. So, if that's the case, that means Jimmy Butler will be in Golden State for at least 2 seasons. After that extension is done, who knows? I don't know how to feel about this. Because let's be factual on this. Jimmy Butler, who's 35 years old, is joining a 35-year-old Steph Curry and a 35-year-old Draymond Green. That doesn't do much. It doesn't do much at all. The only thing this probably does is now Kuminga probably comes off the bench now. I think Kuminga's hurt, isn't he? He might be. I don't know. But Kuminga comes off the bench now. Depending what position Jimmy plays. I forgot. No, wait. Draymond plays power forward. Okay, never mind. I think Kuminga still stays on the bench. Because it's Jackson Davis. It should be Jackson Davis, Draymond, Jimmy. Who's this shooting guard? Is it Pods? Is it Pods playing the shooting guard? Somebody's playing that shooting guard position. And of course, Steph. Oh, Buddy Hield. I think is it Buddy Hield? I know Buddy Hield's coming off the bench. He's been in and out of the bench in the starting position, so I don't know how they want to do it. But of course, Steph at PG. All 3 of them, Jimmy, Dre, and Steph are not having their best seasons at all. Quite frankly, they're having declining seasons. Steph has had his moments, but then these other games, it's like, man, he can't put nothing in the bucket. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what Jimmy Butler can provide for this Golden State Warriors team. I don't think he can do a damn thing. I'll be honest with you. I think Jimmy just wanted to be out of Miami. Does that mean Jimmy Butler's about to have an historic second half to the season? I don't know. I really have no idea. It'd be interesting. I'm now interested to see what type of second half Jimmy Butler's going to have. You pushed yourself out of Miami. You got yourself out of there. You're now in a new city. You're on the West again. This is the second Western Conference team you're on. You know. You're playing with Steph, who's not a confrontational guy. He's not a guy who's gonna go off at any time. But you're playing with somebody. But you're also playing with somebody who will go off if need be, which makes that dynamic so interesting. How is Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler gonna coexist? I would love to see that. We're talking about two hard-headed niggas. Two hard-headed dudes that I'm sure will probably clash multiple times, bro. I promise you. And you cannot tell me Jimmy and Dre are gonna, click like that. I doubt it. I doubt it. But both of them do have the intentions of winning, so maybe that will bring them together. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I will be interested to see how Steve Kerr is going to coach this as well. Because if there's one thing I've learned from Steve Kerr is that now he don't give a damn. He don't care no more. Because this man coached in the Olympics. And sat there and said, Jason Tatum, you just won a title, but you ain't seen this court at all. You are not seeing this court. You just here. You just here. Like, simple, bro. It's like that man had a vendetta against Tatum, bro. So now it's gonna be interesting to see how he's gonna deal with Jimmy Butler. Those are two things I want to see more. How he's gonna coexist with Draymond Green, and how Steve Kerr is going to coach him. I don't think Jimmy's gonna have any problems with Steph. I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be all right. I think everybody loves playing with Steph. So in that regard, like, I think Steph and Jimmy are gonna be all right. But the other two, ooh, that's gonna be some interesting TV. Is Jimmy still suspended? I believe he might be. I think he is. Well, actually, he was suspended indefinitely, but it was suspended by the Miami Heat. So I don't know specifically what happens now that he's in Golden State. He probably won't be suspended no more. He probably won't play till next week, honestly. If he plays next week, I'll definitely watch it. I'll definitely see what's happening. Boy. Oh, man, this is going to be fun. This is going to be funny, bro. Damn. But I'll say this one thing. NBA got rocked. The NBA has been rocked. Some of these trades have shook up the league, so we're going to see how things go. Definitely going to see how things go. I'm here for all of it. So until then, it's been Rose, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the love, support. As always, if something pops off later tonight, which I feel like has the ability to, because remember, Kevin Durant has been a person in trade talks recently. You had Bradley Beal in trade talks. Vucevic is in trade talks. I think somebody else is in trade talks. But, yeah, those are like three big names that are in trade talks. If they can move, we'll see. Lakers still got to get a big. They got what, 10 to 12 hours to do so. So, hopefully Rob Pelinka's on the phone trying to make magic happen. There's just a lot that's happening right now, man, and there's little time for it to happen, so we'll see how things go. So until next time, peace, love, want it. Yeah.